A very good morning, class 9th students. Today is 15th of July and we are again continuing with the chapter Constitution. Yesterday I discussed three major points of Indian Constitution that were that it was a written constitution, it is rigid as well as flexible, and it is federal in structure. Today I am going to begin with the fourth point of Indian Constitution, the fourth salient feature of Indian Constitution, and this feature clearly states that Indian Constitution has parliamentary form of government. What is parliamentary form of government? We have seen in India that elections take place every 5 years. We have general elections where we select the Prime Minister of India, means the elections of Lok Sabha, and on the other hand we have the state assemblies where we select the chief minister. We also have our president who is the head of the nation. So parliamentary form of government states that in the states we have separate government and in the center we have separate government. The center is headed by the prime minister and the states is headed by the chief minister. This is known as parliamentary form of government. The parliament is at the center and the state assemblies are at the state. We have a president also. He is the head of the state. He is the head of the state. He is the head of all the armed forces. But his role is very nominal in terms of Indian Constitution. He is the nominal head of the state. The real power is in the hand of the Prime Minister and his cabinet. Means the Prime Minister and his cabinet are more powerful than the President. The President decides whatever the Prime Minister and his cabinet say. So this is the meaning of parliamentary form of government. Parliamentary form of government clearly states that there are two different governments. One is at the center, one is at the state. The center government works differently, the state government works differently, and president is the nominal head of the state. Okay, the notes are being clear. Next important point which the Constitution of India says that it makes India a secular state. What is a secular state? A secular state is a state that has no official religion. Means state here means India. Indian government do not ask any person to follow any particular religion. The Indians are free to follow the religion of their own choice. The government gives equal importance to all the religion, whether there is Sikhism, there is Hinduism, there is Islam, there is Christianity, Parsiism, or whatever religion, all religions are acceptable in India. Any person who feels free to follow any religion can follow that. The government of India has allowed India into a secular state. Next important is socialist state. What is a socialist state? The word socialist was added to the Indian Constitution very late. In the 24th Amendment, this word socialist or social was added to the Indian Constitution. This is an important word and it clearly says that whatever income will be generated in the country, the wealth, the income of the country should be distributed among the people equally. It should not only be given to the rich people. The chances of earning the money should not be given to the rich people only. So it stops capitalism. Capitalism means giving opportunity to the capitalist. Capitalists like Mukesh Ambani, Anil Ambani, Tata, Birla, these are very rich people. The wealth should not be only with them. The wealth should also be with the citizens of India, the actual citizens of India, the people of India. So the wealth should be distributed. This is the meaning of the word socialist. Means equal opportunity to have wealth इज द मीनिंग ऑफ द वर्ड सोशलिस्ट. अगर हम सारे मौके सिर्फ अमीर लोगों को देंगे, अमीर घरानों को देंगे, तो गरीब होता जाएगा. तो सोशलिस्ट वर्ड सेज कि हमें इक्वल अपॉर्चुनिटी देनी चाहिए, हमें लोगों को, मध्यम वर्गीय लोगों को, मिडिल क्लास लोगों को भी इनकम कमाने की इज्जत देनी चाहिए और मौका देना चाहिए. दिस इज व्हाट द वर्ड सोशलिस्ट सेज. तो इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इज अ सोशलिस्ट सेकुलर स्टेट. Okay, another very important point that is added to the constitution was a sovereign state. What does the word sovereign means? Sovereign is an important word. India is a sovereign state. Sovereign means that India will decide all its internal and external policies on its own. No outside power can interfere and question its policies. Like the issue of Kashmir. How India will deal with Pakistan, America cannot tell. How India will deal with China, America cannot tell. इंडिया को अपने अंदर क्या रूल बनाने, कैसे बनाने, इंडिया की क्या किस दूसरे देशों से संबंध होने चाहिए, that policies will be totally made by the Indian government. It should not bow down. It should not be challenged. It should not be questioned by any other government in the world. Means India is free to make its own decision. It should not be dependent on any other country in the world for deciding its internal, देश के अंदर की पॉलिसीज, देश के अंदर को कैसे जोड़ना है, तोड़ना है या क्या काम करने हैं, और एक्सटर्नल पॉलिसीज कि बाहर के मुल्कों से, बाहर के देशों से कैसे उसका संबंध होना चाहिए था. लाइकवाइज यू हैव सीन अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स टेकिंग प्लेस इन इंडिया. प्रीवियसली Modi government made Ladakh and Jammu and Kashmir a union territory, and this decision was taken by the government only. This government did not ask any American government or Chinese government or any other government to tell whether this decision is right or wrong. So this government took the decision because the Constitution of India has made us a sovereign state. Next is important feature of Constitution is that it provides many rights to the people. These rights are known as fundamental rights. There is a separate chapter on fundamental rights also, but there are some important rights which I am going to explain it to you. Fundamental rights. The Constitution of India gives many fundamental rights to the people. These are right to equality. सब इक्वल हैं कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन की नज़र में. कोई अमीर नहीं है, कोई रिच नहीं है, कोई गरीब नहीं है, कोई पुअर नहीं है, कोई काला नहीं है, कोई गोरा नहीं है. राइट टू इक्वालिटी है. ब्लैक्स कैन सिट विद वाइट, वाइट कैन सिट विद ब्लैक, रिच कैन टॉक टू पुअर, पुअर कैन टॉक टू रिच, and women, girls, men, all are equal in the name of the Constitution, in the eye of the Constitution. Right to liberty. Right to liberty means freedom. We have the freedom to move anywhere, to do whatever we do. Liberty means here freedom. The government has provided us freedom. The Constitution has provided us all the freedom to whatever we want. Right to religion. Again, I said India is a secular state. So whatever religion we want to follow, whatever God we want to worship, whatever fast we want to have, whatever religious ceremony we want to have, we can have that. But the thing is that it should not hurt any other religion. Cultural and educational rights. We can do any cultural program. We can have the education of our own choice. The Constitution of India says whatever education you want to have, you can have. Nobody can stop you. Whatever cultural program you want to do Gitta, you want to do Dandiya, you want to do Bharatanatyam, you want to celebrate Durga Puja. Whatever cultural program you want to have, you can have. The Constitution of India is permitting it. The government cannot stop. Nobody can challenge. And right against exploitation is another important right. राइट अगेंस्ट एक्सप्लॉयटेशन मीन्स नो बडी कैन हार्म यू मेंटली एंड फिजिकली। अगर आप कहीं जॉब कर रहे हो, आपका बॉस आपको धमका नहीं सकता, आपके पैसे नहीं रख सकता, आपकी मेड आपके यहाँ काम कर रही है, आपको उसको पैसे देने हैं, आप उसके साथ बदतमीजी नहीं कर सकते हो, आप उसका ज़बरदस्ती परेशान नहीं कर सकते हो, कोई किसी को एक्सप्लॉइट नहीं कर रहा है। स्टूडेंट्स इफ दे आर studying in school, the school management cannot harm. If the school management is making the students study, the parents cannot challenge the school management. So these are exploitation. Exploitation means misuse. You cannot misuse anything accordingly. You, if there is a misuse, you can go and challenge in the court. So you have the right against exploitation. Exploitation of any type means it is physical or it is mental. Okay, so 5 points program which I told you today was that the Constitution of India is a sovereign state. The Constitution of India declares India into a secular state. It provides fundamental rights to the people. Okay, it is having parliamentary form of government, and it is a socialist state. So now we have 3 yesterday and 5 today. 8 features of Indian Constitution we have done. Now 3 more are remaining, and after that the salient features or the major part of the chapter is clear. I am teaching you students strictly according to the revised syllabus, so don't panic. Whatever questions will be there, I'll be telling you the answers and I'll be also asking you the questions. I hope you are understanding the notes, and if any problem is there, please ask. Thank you.